Hey, mahal everyone, welcome back again to the Broadway Saiyan YouTube channel. I am your host 40 and we are back with another video on the global version of Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. We are going to be talking about Awakenings Part 1. That is right, we already know that we're going to be getting the first batch of Awakenings for the global version of this game, which is very exciting. Definitely some content that we were anticipating. It's been talked about and finally it is here. Guys, before I get on with the video, first of all, I do want to give a huge shout out to a fellow Redditor, DFFOO Redditor, Mino Spellgood. He actually helped me out with this video. I'm going to be leaving a link to his Reddit post regarding this topic. It's a lot more thorough and detailed compared to this video, and a lot of the information that I got was from there. So thank you again, Mino Spellgood. Be sure to check out that link for a more detailed information regarding this topic. And also guys, thank you for being patient with me. I know I was planning on releasing this video a lot sooner. However, you guys know that this past week I was on vacation, and then afterwards I had TwitchCon, and then I had my baby gender reveal party. So I had a lot of things going on, but finally I'm able to record and get this video out to you guys. But anyways, Awakenings Part 1. So the first thing we're going to do is an overview. So finally, level cap is going to be increased to 60 for specific characters, which is amazing. They're going to be getting increased stats, new passives, more CP, and ability extensions. So because we're getting an increase of 10 levels, obviously those characters are going to be getting an increase in stats. They're going to be getting new crystal passes from level 51 to 60. More CP is going to be given to the characters, and also ability extensions is referring to their two abilities becoming a lot stronger, becoming a lot more useful. There's going to be new tier 4 high shards, so you're going to be getting tier 4 high shards to unlock these crystal passives. Now keep in mind, these are not farmable. When we first get these, they're only going to be available at first via heretic quest, hard lost chapters, and also achievements whenever you get like a score achievement or particular things in regards to heretic quests and hard lost chapters. So these are not farmable. They're actually going to be very limited, so just keep that in mind, especially when you're getting it, for those of you that are brand new to the game. Something that I do want to mention is that when you actually level up the character to level 60, the way you unlock that is when you first unlock their crystal passive level 51. So once you unlock that, they're granted access to those 10 additional character levels. And then the wave 1 of the Awakenings is going to be Warrior of Light, Tola, Furion, Cloud, Shentodo, and Terra. And we're actually going to go through each of those characters as to what they get and what the verdict is on how useful they're going to be. So we're going to start off here with Warrior of Light. So he becomes a much stronger all-around supporter and leader. So he's like the jack of all trades, everybody's favorite tank. We all know that tanks are a little bit overshined by a lot of support and damage dealers, but he's going to be getting quite a boost. So his extended shining shield is now going to be granting a targeted ally or himself a brave shield, now based on 230% of Warrior of Light's initial brave, and also a 20% max brave up for 5 turns. It also grants that targeted ally brave based on 50% of Wall's initial brave plus an additional brave by 110%. So amazing. Shining Shield is gonna definitely be not only a way to protect that party member from incoming brave damage, but also a way to refresh, kind of like a mini brave battery for a single character. His extended throw buckler is now going to be a one-hit range brave plus HP attack with a damage output of 220%. We all know how much we love our brave plus HP attacks. It's also going to be self-buffing Wall, 40% initial brave up, and 75% debuff evasion for 3 turns, which is great because he is a tank. And remember that throw buckler also provokes or taunts the target. It's also going to be granting Wall that brave shield that he gives to the party members with Shining Shield to himself now, based on 230% of his initial brave, and also giving him a 40% attack up for 5 turns. So not only is he going to be protecting himself with that shield, but he's also going to be increasing his overall damage with that attack up. So wow, crazy good. So verdict, Warrior of Light definitely becomes a solid choice with his Awakening for veterans and newcomers, because let's say like you're doing a hard lost chapter and you didn't build up the specific characters or synergy characters for that. Warrior of Light is great to take because he can essentially, he's a jack of all trades unit, so he's very balanced. He's not the best, but he's definitely a very balanced character and a very useful character if you need somebody to protect your party. All right, the next character is going to be Tola. So she becomes a stronger burst brave battery. We all know how she works with being that strong burst brave battery, especially with her Medica. So we're going to get into her extended ability. So extended stone is a one-hit earth magic brave attack, this time with a 140% damage output. She also gets a self buff to herself of a brave regen based on 40% of initial brave for 5 turns, and it still has that delay on the enemy for 1 turn. So the extended Medica 2, which is what she's known for, is going to be granting all party 20% max brave up, and it's going to be granting the other allies brave based on 120% of her current brave. So she's definitely going to solidify herself as a strong burst brave battery. So what's the verdict on Tola? So her awakening definitely gave her some nice upgrades to her abilities. However, once content continues to progress and also more characters come along, especially if you guys play the JP version, you're gonna start to see that unfortunately, even at her early level 60, her usefulness will start to diminish. However, there is some good news. She will be getting a rework later on, which is something that they've been doing now in the JP version of the game, where they actually retweak some of the earlier level 60 characters. So it's gonna make her a lot better. If you want to find info on that, definitely check out like Dissidia DB if you want to see what she gets later on. But she is going to be getting a little bit better after her level 60 when she gets that rework. So early level 60, she becomes okay, but not the greatest. But later on, she does get better. Furion is the next character we're going to talk about. So he becomes a stronger physical brave shaver. So yeah, he's going to be dealing a lot more damage. So we're looking at his extended blood weapon. It's going to be a 2-hit physical brave plus HP attack with a 45% damage output. However, the real treasure from this ability is that he can self-sustain by recovering his HP by 55% of the HP damage he deals, and this caps out at 35% of his max HP. So now his extended seize attack, which is his actual brave shaving ability, is going to be a 1-hit physical brave attack with a 170% damage output. It changes to seize attack plus if his HP is over 50% of his max HP. So let's take a look at that. Extended seize attack plus is going to be a 1-hit physical brave attack, this time with a 255% damage output. It's also going to be increasing other party members' brave based on 100% of attack. So he has a little bit of a brave battery now that he provides to the party with this ability, and it also gives a self-buff Furion 100% max brave up for 5 turns and a brave regen based on 80% of his initial brave for 6 turns. So pretty good there. So the verdict on Furion, so his upgrades have definitely given him a boost as a physical damage dealer, but however, given that, I will be honest, he's still just decent overall. And he will be benched, unfortunately, as content progresses. But just like Tola, he does get a rework since he is an early level 60 character. He already got it in JP, so again, if you want to check that out, check out DissidiaDB.com for what he gets later. But overall, early level 60, he becomes better, but just be prepared to kind of bench him once content progresses. Alright, so we're going to go on to our favorite fanboy character, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. So he's in this batch. So he's going to be a stronger damage dealer with a little bit more utility now. So his extended cross slash is going to be a 2-hit melee brave plus HP attack with a 140% damage output. Still has that 35% chance to paralyze for 1 turn. And also he's going to be dealing 10% more brave damage with his ability if it's a critical hit. His extended finishing touch is going to be a 4-hit range brave attack with this time a 220% damage output, which is great. He's also going to self-buff himself with 25% max brave up, 20% physical attack up, and 75% crit rate up for 5 turns. And any existing buffs on Cloud is going to be extended for 1 turn. So, verdict on Cloud. So, the ever-popular fan favorite has awakened into an amazing damage dealer with utility. So, the thing with Cloud is that with his early level 60 awakening, even as content continues to get progressively difficult, even as more characters come out that are better than him, his awakening actually makes him a solid choice for your team. So let's say like a new character comes out, like Noctis comes out, or a new level 60 character comes out, that's definitely better than Cloud, but you're unsuccessful in pulling their weapons, so you're unable to build them up properly, and you have Cloud built up. He's still a good solid choice for your team, and he actually did get a rework in Japan, and he becomes crazy good. He gets even scarier, so something to look forward to. So early awakening for Cloud makes him great, but then he gets even better later on in the future. So very, very good awakening for Cloud. Next character is Shentodo. I'm happy that so actually we'll just get onto it. So she becomes a stronger elemental magic brave shaver with even more anger issues. And what I mean by that is Now when she gets hit with a Brave attack, she goes into her play rough mode, which is good because before it required her to get hit with an HP attack, which was kind of puzzling because it kind of made her like a pseudo tank, but she wasn't really a tank. But let's take a look at her ability. So Extended Spirit Magic Arrow is going to be that 3-hit Wind Magic Brave attack, this time hitting at 150% damage output. She self-buffs herself 40% max Brave up for 5 turns, and this again changes to Play Rough Arrow for 3 turns when she takes damage, regardless whether it's HP or Brave damage. So Extended Play Rough Arrow is going to be a 5-hit Wind Magic Brave attack with a 250% damage output, and she's going to be self-buffing herself this time with an 80% max Brave up for 5 turns. Her Extended Spirit Magic Bio is going to be a 1-hit Dark Magic Brave attack with a 190% damage output. It's going to be poisoning the target for 6 turns based on 20% of initial Brave. And again, it does change to Play Rough Bio when she takes damage. So that is Extended Play Rough Bio is going to be a 1-hit Dark Magic Brave plus HP attack. Finally, Brave plus HP attack for Shentodo with a 230% damage output. It also self-buffs Shentodo a 25% attack up for 5 turns. So what's the verdict? So Shentodo, you guys know she's my favorite. She's my bae. She gets a little bit better. I'll give her that. But to be very honest, even with her awakening, and she actually gets her EX weapon. She's one of the earlier EX weapons that we will be getting. She's still really lackluster. The fact that she has to take damage. I know now taking Brave damage, it's a little bit better with that Play Rough, but even with that, there's a lot better options for damage dealers and Brave Shavers, and at least they could have given her one of her abilities, Brave plus HP, without having to go into Play Rough. So yeah, poor Shentodo. She's in desperate need of a rework. She hasn't even gotten a rework in Japan yet, so yeah, she's going to be benched fairly quickly, even with her early awakening. So yeah, I have to be completely honest. As excited as I am for her, for you newer players and even veteran players, not the greatest investment, but hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that they do give her that rework in Japan, so at least us Shentodo fans can have something to look forward to. But right now, gotta be honest, I'm not too excited for what they're going to be giving her. All right, and finally, Terra. Oh baby, Terra. So stronger magic damage dealer, and the new meta queen. So everyone has been waiting for Terra to finally get her buffs, which is her instacast. She's finally gonna get it, and boy oh boy. So let's take a look at it. Extended Meltdown. So it's gonna be increasing Terra's Brave based on 75% of her attack, then by 50%. And finally by 20%, so that's 3 increases to her Brave before she launches that HP attack. She's also going to be granting herself a 40% attack up for 4 turns, and 60% max Brave up and Brave regen based on 40% of her initial Brave for 5 turns, and she's also going to be inflicting that 30% defense down debuff to the target for 4 turns. So remember, this time she doesn't need to chant and then use the HP attack. She just does it all in 1 turn, which is crazy. And then her Extended Meteor is going to be a 15-hit Magic Brave plus HP attack with a 270% damage output. Before she does this, she's going to be increasing her Brave based on 75% of her attack, then by 50%, and then she launches that Brave plus HP attack. She also grants herself a 30% attack up for 4 turns and small speed up for 6 turns, and she inflicts a small speed down debuff for 2 turns. So, wow, verdict, Terra, yeah, my goodness. The queen has finally arrived. She's going to be the meta queen, the damage queen, for a bit. And she will serve definitely as a must-have on anyone's party for a while. And if you've been playing the game for a while, there have been plenty of opportunities to get her weapons. So if you do have her weapons, rejoice, because she is finally getting what we have been waiting for. So she's going to be serving your party for a while, especially with harder content. She's going to be great to use. So if you have Terra built up, be excited for her upcoming level 60 release, because it's going to be crazy. Alright guys, well that is going to be it for the video. Again, please don't forget to check out the Reddit link that Mino Spellgood wrote up regarding Awakenings. It's a lot more in-depth than this video. This one is just to give you guys a visual of what's to happen for these first batch of Awakenings. Now I will be going on to a gameplay showcase of just how the Awakening works and how it looks like, so you guys get at least a little bit of a gameplay showcase, especially for you newer players, of how this works. So let's go ahead and take a look at that video gameplay showcase on my JP account. Alrighty guys, so here we are with a visual gameplay showcase of just how the Awakening works. So as you can see right here, after level 50, there's going to be crystal passives levels 51 all the way through 60. So the most important one to obviously unlock first is going to be 51 because it gives the character that additional 10 levels to actually level up to get to 60. And then afterwards at level 52, they get some sort of an increase to one of their stats. And then at level 53, they're given that additional 50 CP. So you get an additional 50 CP to play around with as far as passives goes. And then the next two important ones I do want to point out are crystal passives level 55 and level 60. Those are what's going to be the extended passives for the character's ability. So that's what makes these abilities stronger. So the required crystals are as follows. As you can see, from level 51 to 60, you do need a specific amount of the tier 4 high shards. So right now, the character that I'm actually using this on is Fran, who we have yet to see in Global, but might as well show you guys a new character. So we're going to go ahead and I have enough crystals to unlock all the way up to level 59. So not quite to 60 because it does require a lot of the tier 1 shards, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, that is going to be a little bit of a visual again for those of you who are looking forward to Awakenings coming to Global. So that's how that looks like. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Again, guys, if you do enjoy my videos, be sure to consider subscribing, hitting that like button on these videos, and also turning on that notification bell. That way you guys are notified when I release a new video. And also be sure to follow me on social media. I do have a Discord, Twitter, Facebook. It's all linked there in the video description, the pinned comments for you guys. Alright, I am For You the Broadway Saiyan. Stay tuned for the next video. Stay blessed, everybody, and mahal, everyone.